Coming up on This Week in Radio Tech, I'm going to talk about something that's going to hit you right in the face pretty soon, and that's PTP, Precision Time Protocol Clock. We're talking to Greg Shea and Sean Dolan along with Chris Tobin about this. Coming up next on TWiRT. This Week in Radio Tech is brought to you by Broadcasters General Store with outstanding service, savings, and support. Online at bgs.cc. By the Ruby Console from Lavo. See Lavo in your future at lavo.com/TWiRT. By Angry Audio. Audio problems disappear when you get angry at angryaudio.com. And by the CalRec Type R console system. Type R is a brand new, modular, expandable IP-based radio system from CalRec Audio. Hey, welcome into This Week in Radio Tech, the show where we talk about everything from the microphone to the light bulb at the top of the tower. We've got an awesome show today because I've been so lucky to get a couple of experts on with me and Chris. Now Chris and I know a few things. Well, Chris does. I'm just here to keep everybody rounded up. We're going to talk about PTP clock. PTP means Precision Time Protocol. And we'll get into all that in just a few minutes. We're going to introduce everybody, give you a little bit about their credentials, and tell you why PTP clock is something that we as engineers had really better pay attention to and understand because it is critical. It's not all complicated. Well, it is under the surface, but as implementation, it's not all that complicated, but we got to do it right or else we're going to be very, very sorry. All right, let's bring in, I'm in my usual place. I'm at the Telos Alliance studio in Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and very grateful for the Telos Alliance to provide some of my gear and the time it takes to do the show. Thanks a lot to Telos and all the great things that they make. Telos Alliance at telosalliance.com. Now let's bring in my co-host, Chris Tobin. He's at some undisclosed location in the greater New York City area. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. I'm at a friend's place right now. We're just working on a project actually using audio over IP for distributing IFB for a TV station here in town. So it's a lot of fun. Having a good time.
All right. That sounds cool. And thanks for, we'll do this quickly. Hey, joining us from his palatial office. Yes, he's got one of the good ones. the chief, are you technology or science officer, Greg Shea?
Chief technology officer. Okay. Here in Cleveland. And I do have a window in my office. So there you go.
I know you've got, not everybody has one of those. Yeah,
that's true. In fact, we have some offices down on the first floor where there's a window, but there's no outside. We're not quite sure how the sunlight reaches.
And I understand that you and John Makeley, also at Telos, are still working on perfecting the BOIP technology with the brewery next door.
That's true. For months when they were building the brewery, we had thoughts as we heard the jackhammers to stick a pipe through the wall and tap into their operations. Hasn't happened yet.
Hasn't happened yet. Oh, well, we'll get that beer over IP technology perfected. It probably doesn't need PTP clock as it's an analog technology and using analog equipment. So, Greg Shea, welcome in. You've been on the show before, and you're going to be explaining some things about that we need to know as broadcast engineers about PTP clock. Also with us from, I think he's in an airport in Chicago, Sean Dolan. Sean, welcome into This Week in Radio Tech.
Hey, thank you for having me. Yeah, joining you from the palatial Minute Suites here at the Philadelphia International Airport. It's quite nice.
Oh, you're in Philly. But I heard Chicago somewhere in your itinerary. Is that where you're headed next?
That's where I'm headed next, right. Head back home.
Okay. Good deal. Well, Sean, let's give just a moment to Sean. Sean, you're new at the Telos Alliance, and I originally asked you to come on this show to talk about PTP clock, and so you'll be participating as we are, telling us what you've learned in the field, and also probably learning a few things from Greg. So this is an all-around great show. But what's your new job at Telos?
I'm a support engineer, working primarily on the VX, doing a lot of VX implementation in the field. That's where I am today. I was lucky enough to work with a major network TV station to implement VX at their facility here outside of this area.
Oh, awesome! That's very cool. All right, so if people talk to the Telos Alliance about they need to elevate it up to a higher level on their support call, or they want to talk about implementing a complex phone integration, then they may very well be talking to you, right?
That's right.
Good deal. All right, we're going to hear from everybody as we move along. First of all, our show, This Week in Radio Tech, and our PTP Clock show is brought to you by the folks at Vox Pro via our friends at Broadcaster General Store. Let's hear from Vox Pro. We'll be right back.